Welcome, everybody. My name is Sam. They call me Satch.
My name is Josh. They call me Axel.
My name is Tupou. They call me Fatsy. PH Fat. So, hey, chill out with the jokes.
Hey, there we go. Welcome back to our new podcast,
What's
Room
happening?
101. And here's our latest episode.
Enjoy.
Oh, yes.
Welcome back to Room 101.
Yo, what's happening, people?
Hey.
This is episode 2.
Woo!
Almost like a part 2 from our last introduction. We're going to get to know each other.
All right. So, yeah? Okay, so we were talking, and we kind of did a bad job at introducing ourselves properly. So,
We're new at
We're going
this.
to do it again. All right? So, be patient with us. Who wants to go first?
My name is Sam.
Hi, Sam.
Wait. Okay, maybe we should just start with how we met real quick, and just like introduce, and people they can get to know us through how we met, right?
Yeah, so from our last episode, y'all know that we're known as Last Note.
But how did we get the name Last Note?
Oh my gosh, we went through so many names, be honest.
Yeah,
we did.
we've been through
Oh my gosh. Hey, but anyways, how we started off was we all went to the same high school together. Went to American Preparatory Academy. Okay, no, say that. I can say that. All right. American Preparatory Academy. We all met in high school. We got together. We were all in choir together, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, that's how we kind of all met. And then this kind of kicked off with just, something fun to do. We performed for an assembly, and then, it was first 5 of us. Started off with 5 of us, and then
Yeah.
it went to 4 of us, and then now it's only 3 of us.
Yeah. Because we essentially really met each other my junior year, right? Well, I kind of met you my sophomore year because I knew your sister.
Yeah. You're 2 grades. You were 2 grades above me.
Yeah.
And
Right.
1 grade below his sister.
I wasn't. Josh was.
I was.
Josh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We're tripping.
We're
All right. So I met Sam, and then Madrigals started my junior year, and then he joined, and then Tupou joined as well, and then I guess in a sense Tupou just joined us because he didn't have people to talk to, really, right? not to call you out, but because Sam and I were chilling, and Kim was with us as well. And
That's it.
No, don't leave, bro.
I'm leaving.
That's that. Basically.
So we were in Madrigal's choir, right? Singing, doing our
suck.
thing. I met you through my sister. I'm just going to recap what we just said because I was kind of scattered.
Please.
So I met Josh through my sister, who she knew him first. And then we were all in Madrigal's. I got in there. Tupou showed up. We all met there and just kind of really started there.
Yeah, I showed up, took the show. They got jealous, and they're like, hey, can you be part of our group? And I was like, bet. And then...
My gosh.
Nah, I'm kidding.
Yeah, you stole the show, Mr. No Friends.
Hey.
Hey.
You might be right. Doesn't mean you have to say it, okay? Anyways,
Fair enough.
But yeah, that's how we met. What
Yeah,
else do we have to
without specifics,
if we want to go into specifics, it's
we
gonna
get deep with it.
That's gonna be
We're
too
good at getting deep.
Anyways, we're gonna. Anyways, yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of how we met. Tupou, I remember, every time I just teased you all the time. That's how our interaction started.
Yeah,
That is true.
no, that is true. Satch, he would always just bug the crap out of me.
Yeah,
And I would punch him in his chest and be like, stop. I punch him in his arm.
those big old meaty hands, bro. They're like bowling balls on the end of your arms.
He's just a girl. He's over exaggerating.
Oh,
Anyways,
hey, don't need to come after the women of the
my
community
bad.
like
Sorry,
that, bro.
he's a sissy man. I don't know what to say. Anyways, but yeah, me and Sad. Yeah, that's how me and Sad got.
That's true because I remember talking about it before, but how when I would think back to how Sam because you would tell me how you became friends with Ali or other people, and then that made me think I was like, yo, Yeah, I was like the only person you were nice to right off the bat, and then became friends. Everyone else, there was always like some rude introduction, and then you guys became friends somehow. But I was the only one where there was nothing rude to say about, and then we became best buds.
Yeah, dude. You're the one dude I like never roasted or teased.
Yeah, like, that came afterwards, but I was like more
But
of a.
Yeah.
the
That's how I
start of
treated
the
everybody,
friendship.
though. Really, like,
Yeah.
and I wasn't a bully. I want to clarify.
He
I'm
was.
not-
That's
Oh, yeah.
bunch of okay.
He's not a
okay.
bully.
Yeah, he's not a bully. He just put other people down so he can feel better. He's not a bully. It's fine. It's
So
fine.
he can feel taller than he already was.
Nah, dude. Well, remember when I took that test online, and it was like to gauge how much of a jerk you were.
Did you get 100%?
Nah, he got 92.
Dude, no. You want to know what I got?
What'd you get?
It was like, how much of an a-hole are you? And I was like, all right. Took the test, answered questions. 377%.
Cents. Whoa.
Yeah.
Holy, bro.
way past the normal percentage.
dude.
What in the?
I was like, how did I get above 100? I didn't think I was
Wow.
that bad.
You're way past average.
I did that. I had to be a freshman.
No, but he's not a bully. He wasn't a bully. It's
He's
fine.
not. He's just
He's just
was rude
370 something percent.
Yeah, just a little bit. No, I'm not a bully. I like to tease though. I think it's because why my dad teases a lot.
He
And
does.
So yeah, he really does. Like, and so that's how we treat
He's
each
probably
other.
intimidated by you. That's why he doesn't.
Yeah, he's like,
He,
I didn't know
he
a human
sees you
being
in the
could be
house
that
too,
big, bro.
folks. He was like, "Oh shoot, there's a guy bigger than me in my house." I gotta calm down. No, not in like fat. Oh, I
Dude,
can't
I'm
take
taller
that
than my
back.
dad. He already had
Go
that.
ahead.
No,
Talk
like,
about it. Go. Try to explain yourself. Go ahead.
Continue, Sam.
What?
I'm gonna say both of you. Anyways, so I tease, and so even to this day, if you hear us talk, I feel like outside people in public would be like, man, those guys are jerks to each other.
that is true.
That
Can't
is
you
true.
agree?
This is true. This is true.
But like we were talking about earlier today, when we were like, it's like if we get in a fight and then we just are sitting there, and then the next person says, "Want to go get food?" And the rest of us are like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
It's like it never happened.
It's weird. It is very weird. Not for real.
It's just normal with us. Like
Yeah.
we don't like if since we already know each other for quite some time, we don't get offended that easily with each other.
That is true. But when we
But
do,
like if the stuff you say to me or the stuff you say to me, if someone else said it to me, then I'm like, yo, back off.
yeah,
It's different when it comes from someone else.
It's different when it comes from your brothers.
Yeah.
it's like basically, you can say it to your siblings, but no one else can say it to them. For real? Like that. So, sorry, I like mumbled a lot in there. So let me repeat
I
that.
feel you.
Go.
It's like you can say it to your siblings, but no one else can say it to your sibling.
Exactly, yeah.
That's how we are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And dude, Tupou is the masterful liar of the group.
What?
Yep.
He ain't
Calling
wrong.
you out.
He ain't wrong.
He is. He
Acting
really
like
is.
you're surprised by that
Ain't wrong.
response.
He's just mad that I'm just like the master prankster in this group. I'm gonna be honest. I am.
You really are.
Thank you.
Yo, tell him about.
Thank you. Thank you.
Tell him about. How
I
you
claim that title in this group.
Are
and
you
no
proud
one
of
will
it?
ever take
Claimed,
it away from me.
copyright.
Yeah.
It's yours, Tupou.
take it.
Thank
I
you.
don't care.
I'm gonna be honest. Okay, I'm a good liar, but that's not something to be proud of. But
But you lie in a good way.
I get it from my mom.
It's good lying.
Like it's pranks. It's not like, well, look, you don't have any intention to like do anybody harm or like, you know, what? It's all jokes and fun, like pranks.
That's true.
Like tell
That's
him,
true.
tell him the time when you convinced me you had a kid.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So, okay, back in 2018?
Right
when
probably
y'all graduated.
2019.
Holy cow.
Yeah,
Scam
it was
call.
like
It was my senior year of high school.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
yes.
So they pulled up, they texted me, they were like, it was him and another friend, right?
Yeah, ET.
Yeah, E.T.
Yeah,
E.T.
E.T.
It was him
Shout
and
out to
E.T.
E.T.
It was him and E.T. They pulled up, they're like, hey, since you take us out so much, we want to take you out. I was like, all right, bet. They said IHOP. I was like, IHOP? They're like, yeah. I was like, bet. All right, whatever. We're going to IHOP. It's cool. Anyways, we went to IHOP.
It was late at night too.
Oh my
I
gosh.
might add.
It was late
It had
at
to be
night.
like midnight.
Yo, we were in Red Lightning too.
Red Lightning. Shout out to the minivan I drove in high school. I actually have it today.
yeah, she's outside my house.
Dude,
So, yes.
legendary.
Yeah, Red Lightning is the minivan he rocked in high school. Anyways, they picked me up. We went to IHOP. The whole time there, I was quiet. I was trying to set the mood. So to say, like E.T. and Sash, they were like going back and forth. They're like, "Hey, what's going on with this?" And going on. I was like, "Oh, nothing. Oh, yeah." And then we pulled up to IHOP. We were like, "Arr!" And they're like, we go up there and then like we parked. And he's like, and then Sam or E.T. One of them, they were like, "So how's your mission papers going?"
That was me. I asked that. I was always asking you about that.
And then in my head, I was like, should I just tell them or should I play with them? In my head, I was like, I'm playing with them. Watch this.
Typical Tupou.
I was like, all right, guys, I need to tell y'all something. It's because I know y'all my brothers. I was like, oh, dude, when I get into like character, I get into freaking character, dude. Like, I'm like, hey, yo, so I need to tell you something. It's been heavy on my mind. I know I haven't really told anybody. Only my family knows about this. But so in my family, I have a namesake. He's named after me. And I showed them the picture. So for those of you who are watching, if you can't see this is him.
I'll put up a picture. Yeah.
Yes, this is him. He's amazing.
Pop it right here.
Yeah, his name's Little Tupou. Call him Little Bobo. It's pretty nice. But I showed them. I was like, so I have a kid. I'm not gonna lie. Both of them started laughing. I was like,
yeah, whatever.
Like both of them started laughing. And I was like,
you can't have a kid.
I was like, dude, I do have a kid. And then I made up some random name from a girl at Granger, and I was like, yeah, me and her.
You have a kid. And look, pause here. We've already been friends for like a few years at this point.
A few years. Oh my gosh.
3 or 4 years.
And they were like,
4 years.
When did you over your girls at Granger? I was like, remember those times when I said I couldn't hang out with y'all? They're like, yeah. I was like, and they're like, what? I was like, mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I was like, how come this is the first time I've heard about a son? Like, I've never.
So this is at this time, my namesake, he was like 1, 2.
He was pretty young.
2? He was 2. 2019? Yes,
young,
he was 2. And then the way I got them was they were like, E.T., he didn't understand about going on a mission and everything. And he was like, well, you can still do it right now. And me in my head, I was like, I can't. And I started crying. Dude, I started crying.
That's what Sam told me. He said when you said I can't, like you said it with like so hard, direct, with so much emotion. That's when he started to believe you.
Yo,
dude, it was top-notch acting.
Yo,
I was like, oh,
I
shoot.
can't.
I was like, I can't. And I started
He was like yelling.
Yo, I started tearing up. It got awkward in the van.
I looked at E.T. and he looked at me and we were like, oh, it just got real.
And then I told them, like, I made up this whole story. I was like, I can't take care. It's like, so my brother's been taking care of him. That's why he's named after me. And the mom doesn't want to do anything with him. She's like gone. I was like, and then them two, they were like, oh, all that stuff. But like, and then they started getting mad. And then E.T. kept on saying, it's like, but you can still go, right? And then me, I'm like, I can't.
And then me too. I was like, he can't go. He's got a son. They don't let you go.
Dude, like the whole time, literally. And then we're literally in the front of IHOP in the minivan. And then this is how it
was in the back.
In my head, I was like, should I keep this going or should I just break it off here and tell them the truth? Dude, I decided to break it off. So I was like, I can't.
But at this point too, I actually got a little excited.
He got excited. This dude got excited. This guy, Sam, got excited. He was like, Uncle Sammy. I'm like, bro, what the heck? This guy was like, Uncle Sammy, yeah. I'm like, bro.
Dude, I was like, yes, you can call me Uncle Sam.
It was freaking funny. And then he was like, the way I broke it off, I was like, I can't. I was like, I can't believe y'all fell for that. And I opened the door and I walked out.
And he slammed the door. And he walked into IHOP.
I walked into IHOP. I like strutted my stuff. I was like, they fell for it. They fell for it.
Me and E.T. were like, what?
They looked at each other. They said some unkind words, but they were like,
yeah, probably said something.
Dude, I wish I could have been there to witness that.
Dude,
because like it's already crazy just hearing this story, but if I was actually there.
Dude, the thing
so
is,
funny.
they said they were going to take me out for IHOP. No, they didn't. They said they didn't take me out to IHOP. I took them out to IHOP. It's a different story.
Oh, did you pay for them?
Yeah,
you did?
Yes.
You offered probably. You don't let me say no.
Yeah, that's true.
So I never have a choice.
That's true.
Oh.
But yeah. That's the story.
That was crazy. So
nah, dude.
we'll talk about the time when you stole ET's watch sometime too.
Yo, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about how we got arrested.
Yeah, we got arrested.
Yeah, you
There
guys
was air
had
quotes on
crazy
that.
stories.
We've got some wild ones.
Sorry, Josh.
No,
Sorry,
it's all
Josh.
right.
You were busy.
I always knew I wasn't the cool one in the
No,
group.
but stop it.
I was out preaching. All right, so
No.
real quick, let's talk about how we got our name.
Oh, yeah.
Last note.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Okay,
Like,
so
let's go down the list.
let's
Okay.
go
what
to
our
the first
names
name
were.
we tried.
Do you remember the first name?
Which one? Acoustic
Remember-
Rush?
No.
No,
Before
it was
that.
before that.
There's one before Pulsing Harmony?
Pulsing
Pulsing
Harmony.
Harmony.
Pulsing Harmony.
Yes, sir.
Holy
'Kay.
cow.
Dude, the administration at our school made fun of us for that one. Because look, so the three of us, actually, Josh, you tell them about it.
For Pulsing Harmony.
Yeah.
So okay, originally it was just Tupou, ET, and then Philip, right? Was it you 3? Yeah, you guys were just walking down the halls singing, and then our homie Micah, we'll talk about him later.
Who?
Micah, come on, guys.
Wait, the black dude?
Yeah, the black one.
Understood.
Yeah,
Wait, he's black.
that's what Tupou told me.
Anyways,
Yeah. So his mom at the time used to work at the school, and she's like, "Hey, you know what? You guys should." I think it was during that time, but she said that they should sing for an assembly, and then later on they dragged you into it because they needed like a bass as well. I think, right?
Yeah, I think when you guys approached me, you said two things. You said we need a bass and we need someone who knows how to like read notes or something.
that's true. Not gonna
And I
lie.
was
Philip,
like-
he brought you up, and he was like, "Yeah, Sam." I was like,
Yeah.
I looked at Sam. I was like, "Sam, join us."
I was
So
like,
they-
I
So then you joined, and then I don't even know where I was, but I think after school ended, I see you guys just singing. I was like, "Oh, what's up, guys?" And they're like, "Hey, you want to be part of it?" I was like, "Okay." So I was just properly invited to be
Tupou's just walking down
in
the
a
hallways
group.
recruiting people.
Yeah. And then what really started it off, it was us 5 in the halls. And if you can go to APA, then you know how strict the hall monitoring was. But we didn't want to go to study hall after school, and
Room
we didn't want
101.
to go to room 101.
That's just
And
a
we'll
whole-
go more into depth of room 101. That's mainly where we got the name of our podcast. But we didn't want to do any of that. So I forgot her name, but whoever was
Beanstra.
trying to Mrs. Beanstra was trying to tell us to go into the
Yeah.
classrooms, and then Tupou was like, actually we wanna sing something for you. So then what was the song?
Oh my gosh, yeah,
It was,
that's what we were practicing. For
That's
the
when we
assembly.
sang "Lean on Me," right?
Yo,
That was the
for
song.
real. It was literally like we're walking down the hallway, and she was like, "Stop! Where are you going?" And then I was like, and I I
dude.
pulled
He
something.
started-
I
he started
pulled something
snapping.
out of my head. I was like, "Check this out. Watch this." And then we started singing, and she's like, "Wait, let me record you." And I'm like, "Oh crap!
Wait, this happened after, didn't it?
No. The assembly?
Oh, for the assembly.
No. This is like in the.
This was
hallway.
like
This is
before
before.
we got
thought-
like the date for the assembly.
This is when we were
like-
practicing for the assembly, but this was after we had practice and we were walking down the hallway.
Oh
just-
yeah.
Yeah.
We just started our song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm
Yeah.
caught up. Yeah.
So the song we performed was "Lean on Me." It was pretty cool. It was pretty
Yeah,
cool.
That's
Lean on me.
Anyways,
It's
I'm gonna auto
still
tune
on-
that.
Still on Facebook. But yeah, so that's how that started. We walked off. Like, she's like, wow, that was amazing. Her and then 2 other people stopped recording, and then we just kept walking.
We
Yeah,
kept
they never
walking.
they never told us, okay, where are you guys going now? Like,
So
we just
kids,
got off the
after
ropes.
school, if they're trying to kick you out of the hallways, sing them
Sing
a
to
song.
them. Yeah, sing.
It works. It worked for us.
do your talent. Just share it.
Just
Whatever
do
you
it.
do. If you can do a backflip, do a backflip over the teacher and then run.
But
Go
then,
out in style.
but then we did the assembly, and then Pulsing Harmony died.
Pulsing Harmony was the song.
Yeah. So Pulsing Harmony.
Sorry, not the
died.
song. The group. The
group,
group.
yeah.
The group.
Well, it's because okay. So E.T. and Philip were doing track and field with me, but I was still injured from a basketball injury, breaking my wrist, and so they were busy doing that. So that's how that kind of fell off. Is they were just busy, and so the 3 of us wanted to do a talent show, right? Because a talent show was coming up. Is that how it went?
That came. That came a little after, I think.
Yeah, that was after the assembly.
Yeah,
Was
after
it?
the assembly. Yeah. Because then we recruited Micah.
Oh no, because we had I forgot what it was, but it was like that for the elementary kids that had like a book fair or something like that.
Oh, that's right. We did do that.
That was the
We did
final thing
another-
we did as Pulsing Harmony.
Oh yeah,
Another
we
after
sang.
school event.
Oh yeah.
Like,
We
in
did
the
like 3 or 4
jungle,
songs, and it was
yeah.
probably our worst performance to date.
Yeah, because I was.
I don't
sick.
know.
It was bad. I got the videos.
Better than the U.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
The
they
U
were
wasn't even that bad.
It wasn't. We just felt.
It just felt.
We just felt
awkward.
out of place because of the theme of that party.
So yeah,
and then
we'll
the
get
song
to-
we performed. We'll get to that.
We'll
but-
get to that in a second.
We performed a lot of places.
We performed quite a few.
Mainly at our high school, but that's it.
But after that performance, that was when Pulsing Harmony was just done.
Yeah, Pulsing Harmony died. They went to track. I
And
was doing track, but also not. Well, I
and then
was,
Micah
but I
joined
was-
after.
Yeah, then
That's
we
when
got
Micah came in.
And then we went to the talent show for our
That this
school.
was
Yeah. So our every year, I don't know. I don't think they still do it. They used to do a talent show every year that was modeled after America's Got Talent,
Mm-hmm.
and so we wanted to do it for kicks and giggles. And so then we got Micah, who could play the guitar, or whatever. And
And then our name for that. Oh my gosh.
we started with
What did we start with?
double stuffed Oreos.
Yes,
Yeah.
we stuck with it.
Double
we
stuffed
we
with
stuck
Oreos.
with it to the end of
Our
the
choir
talent
teacher
show.
gave us that name.
She said double stuffed Oreos. You know why? There's 2 white kids and 2 brown kids.
Yup.
Yes.
Yup.
That's why.
She wasn't racist though.
She wasn't.
She
She was
madly
not.
thought it was funny. 'Cause
We
she
thought
a
it was
mom.
funny too.
We thought it was funny
It
because
was
it kind of
funny.
matched us.
So
to be honest.
that's why ever since then we've always like when we took pictures, me and Tupou at the end and me
Yup.
and Micah were in the
Me and
middle.
Mike are in the middle.
That's so funny. That's true. That is true.
So yeah, that was that was double stuffed Oreos, and then we went to perform at the U. So we got, long story short, we got invited to go perform at the University of Utah. It was like a jazz themed thing, but the song we had was not jazz at all.
It was Ed Sheeran.
Yeah,
It was an Ed Sheeran
It
song.
was "Don't," wasn't it?
"Don't" by Ed Sheeran.
Yeah.
It was kind of jazzy.
Nothing about that song is jazzy, bro.
Nothing,
The way
dude.
we played it, yeah.
The way we move with it.
Dude, when Micah had to have a mic, I had a mic, and then you two shared a mic the whole time.
Yeah, bro.
I don't even
We were
remember
like
that.
going back and forth like this,
Oh yeah, we're taking
See?
turns. Like, dude,
and then we practically kissed, bro, when we were singing the chorus together because
Yeah,
I was
dude.
singing higher.
we were like,
just singing up like this. I couldn't look at you, bro. I couldn't look at you after that.
Oh
it was so funny.
And
So
then-
yeah, we did that.
and we
and-
were
Acoustic Rush for
Acoustic
that one.
Rush,
We
yeah.
wanted to come up with a different name that was more appropriate for the U, right? We were going to somewhere bigger. We're like, we should probably get them.
It's like, we
It's
probably
like double
shouldn't
stuffed
go up there
Oreos
as
is not the
double-
way to go right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were like, we like it, but probably not right now. So we
Should've-
picked Acoustic Rush, which was Cheeks as well.
Yeah. That died quicker than double stuff Oreo.
That died quicker than Pulsing Harmony.
That was the shortest lived name we've had.
the longest
Yeah.
lived name was Pulsing Harmony. No,
No,
GW.
GW.
Oh, that came
Wow.
that came after.
Yeah.
So
So
that
we
one
did-
lasted a lot longer.
Okay, so Pulsing Harmony, Double Stuffed Oreos,
Acoustic Rush.
Rush, and then we
Gents with
took
Wolf.
a break. We went on missions.
No,
That's-
No,
No, yeah,
you
we
left on
started-
your.
you-
Micah left on his.
Michael left on his first, and then that's when we wrote the song "We Will Never Talk About" till it's like
Yeah.
revived properly.
I don't
But that's
know
when
about that one.
we because you're the one that came up with gents with vocals.
I put G. Well, yeah, my brother did. It was
Yeah.
cool. He gave me the idea. I was like, bet. He's like GW,
Which is a
Gents
good
with
name.
vocals.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
a really good name.
It was really good. GW.
And that comprised of mostly you, me, and ET
Mm-hmm.
because you left
because
on
I
your
left
mission,
on my mission. Yeah,
and it was just the three of us. ET came back, and it was fun. We made some videos. And we didn't really make. We performed at school.
Yeah.
We performed.
We performed "Fly Me to the Moon."
Yeah, we performed at school dances.
Holy
and
cow.
Other things.
Holy cow! And then I left, and then you and
you
ET performed because you were left.
We didn't. I don't think we performed.
Yeah, you did.
We did?
You did. The Sean Kingston song.
Oh, yeah.
no way.
Yeah, I think
I've
I
never heard
forgot.
of this.
We did it. Okay, so me and
Bruh.
ET, we were gonna. Well, we were
Explain
gonna
the
get
story.
you to come to
Yeah.
perform with us, but you didn't come. You had something. Or,
I worked. Sorry, I graduated and started work.
yeah, he was
Yeah.
being
Yeah,
an
he
adult.
was living the adult life.
Yeah. And so me and
Well-
E.T. were like, well, we're going to perform anyways. So we performed Beautiful Girls by Sean Kingston. And
Sean Kingston.
I don't remember. It must have not gone very well because I
That was the last.
don't
time.
remember much
No,
about
dude,
it, to be honest.
I remember that y'all messed up somehow, and then everyone else, you're like, everyone, sing along. Y'all know
Yeah,
this
dude,
song.
I didn't know
And
that. I forgot the
everyone
words.
went off. It was freaking tight.
Well, no, dude.
People said they loved it.
Yeah. Yeah, so me and E.T. did that. And then after we graduated, our plan was to do some videos, make some music, but mostly do videos and entertainment.
Yeah.
And like, because we love like making videos and being goofballs, I
Goofballs.
guess. I don't know,
Idiots.
I never say goofballs. But that didn't work out because E.T. went into the military. Tupou left on his mission.
Then you left.
And then I left on, and then we were all just gone. And, whatever. So then we come back.
Yeah. Now we're back, baby.
Now we're back.
Back and better than ever.
Back in business.
I don't know
And
about
our
better than
name
ever, but
is
2.0 version of ourselves.
Last Note.
We're last note.
We're
now.
Last
like
Note.
times two.
And how did you came up with Last Note?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Tell
because
them why.
we were struggling to come up with a
they're
new
like,
name.
what about this song? What about this song? But the reason, the way we came up with Last Note is because out of all the songs we did, we always hit the last note. No matter what, like how bad we did, we always got that last note.
Always.
And it sounded great. And I was like, if we just sound that good throughout the whole song, we'll be great. But
But we always hit the last note.
Yeah, no matter what.
And you could make it symbolic. Finish strong in life, bro.
yeah,
Finish on a good last note.
Amen.
no
Preach.
matter what.
Just kind of made that up. But yeah, that's...
Sounds good. I like it.
Yeah, I took it literally. He took it symbolically, and Josh was like, "Yeah,
Yeah,
Oh, and
because
Micah-
I had to think about it for a while, but yeah.
it's cool."
Micah was...
Who?
Who?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, he technically still is. But I
Micah
mean,
is a part of this group.
He
he's
just
just
has
busy.
a lot. A lot of stuff going on. Most likely, will be going to.
I don't know. I'm not going to disclose his plans because I don't know
Yeah.
them. But he has pursued other endeavors, which is perfectly fine.
Not for real.
Like,
Still a brother. No
we
worries.
cheer him on.
Yeah, for real.
We hang out with him when we can.
We
but-
joke about it every now and
Yeah,
then.
that's why we joke about Micah. Who? Because he's just like so busy, he just
Yeah.
disappears.
Shows up
That
for
is
like 1
facts.
second, then
That
he
is
disappears
facts right there.
Yeah.
for 5 months.
He's so funny. We love him though.
Remember when he showed up to Tupou's homecoming? He was like, "I promise you guys, this won't be the last time you'll see me."
And then you just cat.
We're like, I'll believe it till I see
bet.
it. He showed up for when we performed for school, gave that presentation.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
then-
So.
Oh,
No, sorry. I didn't
Speak.
cut you off. Oh, I'm
I'll
not a
let
dog,
them.
bro. You don't need to come
Oh,
at me
you-
like that.
All right, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. All right,
What does the
you
dog
go
say,
ahead and
Tupou?
talk.
Shut up.
The dog goes. All right.
Okay,
You
I was
say
just
what
gonna
you-
explain like kind of what we want to do or have thought about doing. Obviously, we like making music, and we got plans for that. But one thing I think we've discovered, and Tupou can probably really talk about this, is how we've discovered that we like teaching in certain forms. We like helping, especially younger kids, has been like a joy for us because we went back to our old high school. They asked us to come back, and we gave a cool presentation, performed some songs, and like that for me was the most fulfilling experience of our journey so far. I feel like
It was cool. It was really cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Josh, any
nice.
thoughts?
It was awesome.
So that's kind of our plan. Is like we've got this presentation and other things. We'll hopefully, when school starts back up, do some more of that and continue to make music and we're kind of just go with the flow people.
Pretty much.
Yeah, like we have song ideas and songs that we want to put out.
We're pushing 30.
But-
if anyone wanted a number,
Holy cow. Like
Yeah.
titles.
Holy
we've
cow.
got 30 ideas, songs we're working on, writing.
in the process concept. Like we have a lot, but with how our schedule is with school and work, it's kind of been difficult to
a little bit.
do that. But eventually we'll we're planning on moving in together, get a nice place, and then we'll be busting.
We'll
those
take
things out
off
real
from
quick.
there, boys.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
That's gonna be on camera. Yo, I feel a little embarrassed for doing that. Whoever's listening, don't go to their YouTube channel. Oh, okay. I have a question real quick while
Ask
we're in
it,
this
shoot.
topic. Yeah, I think it'll be funny if we. Yeah, I think it'll be funny if we talk about like our first thoughts of each other, our first impressions.
First impressions.
First
Yeah.
impressions, I wanted to punch Sam in the face. But
Valid.
for Josh, I don't know. You were more quiet.
That is true.
You were very quiet. I wanted to like rip your voice out out of you. Be honest. Like
Why
I
are you
was
so
like,
aggressive?
It's like, dude, he's so aggressive towards me, and I didn't even say nothing.
exactly. That's what kind of bugged me. Like most
What?
of the time.
He's like,
I
he's
when I
not
first met
talking.
Josh was like, like the whole time. I was like,
That
"Bruh,
was the best
what?"
wave I've ever seen.
He was literally like
Wave like
bruh,
that again.
He was he literally didn't talk to me unless someone else like he knew was there. Like it was crazy. It was crazy to me.
Okay, see, I'll give you a reason why now that we're really close. Because I moved a whole bunch growing up. So I had the friends I grew up with when I lived in Magna, and then all of a sudden they were gone and I lost contact with them. Then I went to the first school when I was living in San Antonio, made really good friends with them, and then I left during that school year. And then I tried to get most of their numbers, but lost contact with all of them. Then the new school I went to, made a whole bunch of friends with them. But then they decided to build a middle school closer to where I lived. So when I went to middle school, I wasn't with any of those friends that I made in elementary school. So I had to make a whole bunch of new friends. Then I went those 3 years with those ones, and then we moved back to Utah. So it was to the point where I felt like if I get attached to someone, then I'm never going to see them again, you know?
Understandable.
And then you guys know how many times I moved in during our high school years. I
3 or 4, right?
I think like 5 times, bro.
5.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Because there was the mobile home when we first moved there.
Oh,
And then I lived in the first house and then the second house in like close to our neighborhood, so we were in the same stake.
Yeah.
And then the apartment. And then after I graduated was when we moved here.
Interesting.
So like, and that's part of the reason why I decided to stay in that school, because I wanted to go to a normal high school, but by the end of the year, I became friends with Micah, Tony, and them. Then I joined Madrigals. So then I was like, okay, I'll give it one more year. And then I met your sister. I met you afterwards. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna stay another year.
Then you met us.
Yeah, and then at that point, I was like, "There's no point of leaving anymore."
We changed your life.
Yeah, basically. But that's part of the reason why I was super shy in high school. Barely talked to anyone unless I was close to them because I didn't want that attachment.
One thing that got us close was all the dancing we did.
Yeah,
Random dancing,
freaking
random
goofing
dancing, and like
during
bottle
during
flipping.
class?
dude, and bottle flipping.
yeah.
I'm not gonna lie,
Yeah,
dude.
bottle
Like
flipping.
we're flipping, we're like the whole time,
Yeah,
like shrug our
for real.
shoulders.
Dude, I forgot about the shrug, dude. You guys were always shrugged.
I still have a couple of the videos
Yeah.
on my Snapchat about that.
Like when bottle flipping was a big thing. Like we were like flipping on something cool, and we're like, and then
Just the shrug.
Yeah, it's like it was
Dude,
cool.
classic.
holy cow. But yeah, the reason why I wanted to like punch you all the time because you just bugged the crap out of me.
Yeah, I know. I rightfully so. You would probably want to punch me.
Yeah.
Well, my first impression of Josh, he's just a dude that laughed at everything.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
is true.
like,
that is true.
I met him through my sister. We would give you and your sister ride home, and because you just drink into the mic. Tupou.
I heard it suddenly in
That
my
was
right
just-
ear, bro.
So anyways, go ahead.
Anyway,
Finish your story. Don't worry about me. Finish your story.
do it again.
ASMR.
Yeah, that was straight ASMR. Welcome back to my I don't even think they hear you.
Welcome back.
There you go. Who are you? Vengeance?
I'm vengeance.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, Anyways, continue with your story.
Anyways, so I met Josh through my sister. We take him home, and you just laughed at everything, dude. And I thought that was funny. And then we got into madrigals and became best buds through all that. But when I met Tupou, I was like, this is the quietest kid I think I've ever met.
Oh my
You
God.
look
Believe it or
menacing.
not.
I'm not gonna lie. Just
You
so
did.
know, like,
I thought he was just one of those really quiet kids that just like sits in the corner, and like during class. Not like being rude, but it's like
Yeah, that's true. I'm not gonna
it
lie.
took
When I
you
meet
a
new
minute to open up.
Dude, when I do open up though,
It gets crazy.
what?
Anyways,
Sometimes I think it's a little too open. I was just
Anyways, nah, for real. Cause I was like new at the West Valley 2 campus. I
Yeah.
didn't really know many people. And then Miss Richards wanted me to hop in madrigals. I was like, huh? And then she was like,
You're like, what's magical? What snack is that?
it's like, I've never heard of it.
Oh yeah.
It's like, is it French?
Nah, but when I saw the madrigals, when y'all performed like the American anthem, the national
National
anthem. There you go.
anthem.
There you go. The national anthem. I
American
know
It
it
is
is.
the American anthem.
There you go. But when y'all performed that, I was like, dude, they sound tight. They sound better than the little choir back at West Valley 1. It's true.
There's the other campus, yeah.
Yeah. And then I was like, I want to join. I really do. And Miss Richards remembered me because I auditioned for a play.
Yeah.
And then I was the
Know
only
what to
one.
get into those.
I was the
later.
only one that got in. Just saying.
Flex it. Out
But-
of all the little middle school kids.
Shut up. But yeah, I joined. I was quiet. What was your plan? Like trying to bug the crap out of me? See how long? So
Dude, well, here's the thing is like, honestly, I didn't treat you much different than I treated everybody else.
that's good. That's a good quality trait.
Well, I mean, like I probably treated you differently, but like in terms of like the teasing and the jokes and your reaction was funny because you skipped any words and went straight to punching me.
That's right. You just turn. You always went with the fast ones too, bro.
always right into my
It was
arm, dude.
terrifying.
And even though I was in so much pain, it just made me laugh. And I just,
Every time I would sit behind you guys, I just see you turn, and then
Yeah.
and I'm just dying in the back.
You know that scene in like in Avengers 1 where Hulk and Thor like
Oh,
on
yeah.
top of the
Yep,
thing,
they're
and
just
it's
standing
like they like defeated the thing and Hulk just like boom.
Yeah, exactly.
Like he flies.
that's what you did to me all the time.
Sam was Thor, and you were the Hulk, bro.
No, it's the other way around. I'm kidding.
Thanks, man. No, but that was my first impression. I was like, he's like a really quiet kid.
How about you,
That's
Josh?
Well, same thing for you, really. You're just the quiet guy, but you were really cool, and I noticed you were shy, same as me. So that's why I would try to start conversations with you, and for us, they were like small conversation. Hey, what's up, bro? You're like, hey.
Yeah, for real, the whole time. Yeah, that's true.
Every
Yeah,
time, especially when we would arrive early in the morning for practices. He's like, "You good, bro?" I was like, "No, I'm tired." You? I was like, "Same." And then that was it.
That is
Classic.
true. That is true.
And then you, I think, because Lauren was gonna take us home, but we were waiting for you because you were playing outside with some of your homies.
What?
And outside in the playground in the basketball court.
He had homies.
I was playing outside.
Yeah, you were playing with like Ali and then some other guys in like, the
Must have been
basketball
playing
team.
basketball.
Yeah.
I thought you meant like on the playground. I was like, oh, I'm too old for that.
You were on the swings. Ali was on the spinny thing.
I was like, I'm pretty sure I was
No,
in
but
like 8th
you guys
grade.
were
Monkey
playing
ball.
ball, and then I was watching while waiting for Alisa and your sister to come out, and then you and Ollie were just going back and forth with the trash talk. But the stuff you were saying made me laugh every time because like it was like sounding like you were gonna be racist, but you like knew where the line was, so you weren't racist.
That defines Sam.
Yeah,
perfectly.
exactly.
He finds the line and like tiptoes back and forth on that.
So
boat.
then
He's like,
I just started laughing, and then
I need to clarify. I'm not racist.
he's not.
no, he's not.
But he's on the
not.
line.
But,
He's
like-
on the line between.
like they'll make jokes about me for being white, and then I'll just throw right back at them.
Well, that's fine because and you were close to Ali too, so
yeah,
that's why.
like me and Ali were best friends.
Yeah, so that's why I understood that it was the line. You were close to the line, but you weren't crossing it to the point
Yeah.
that you're racist.
Just
you
want
know?
to clarify, I'm not racist.
He's not. He is not. If you
I
call
hope
him
that camera's
racist,
still recording.
yeah, maybe.
Maybe. What did it say? Did it come up with a message?
watch it not be recording this whole time.
record at all?
I swear I did.
Well, this might just be the podcast. No
Yeah, it
YouTube.
might just be audio only now.
Okay, well,
Now I can be comfortable since there's no video.
that's right.
Holy cow!
I hope
Kicking
it's,
up the recliner. Yeah.
It's
Well,
definitely not recording
cow.
anymore.
Was
We're still
recording this
working
whole time.
things out, but
Okay.
yeah, that was basically it.
Yeah, we should probably wrap up.
Yeah.
But that was
So-
good.
That's us.
A little bit about us, yeah.
We'll link. Should we do individual Instagrams or just a group one?
I've got the group one. I'd rather just.
Facts.
Okay. Because I think we can put up like questions like, what do you want us to talk about? And then have them answer. We can do that.
Oh yeah, you can go ahead and send us what like topics we can talk about. What do you want to know about us? But we're chilling. We're kind of adding more structure to this. Hopefully, we've been working on it. Lean back, Tupou.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that as far as it goes?
Take a nap.
I can go farther if you want
All
me
right,
to.
but yeah, follow the group on Instagram at We Are Less Stoked.
Also, go check out our song on Spotify. It's
Yeah,
called Let
if you
You
haven't.
Go. It's Josh's song
Yeah.
under
Thank you.
Yeah,
our band
it's-
name. Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Anyways,
Okay, it's my song, guys. It's my song. But
It's a beautiful song.
I wanted it
Say
to
it
be like a
again. It's a
group
what?
song.
It's beautiful, bro.
beautiful.
I honestly wanted it to be like a group song, but because of how difficult it was for
Yeah,
us to get together.
Yeah.
that's true.
But we got more on the way, so look out for those
Yes.
songs we dropping.
Yes.
So
So
Sorry.
yes,
Sorry.
give that song a listen.
we kind of suck at it.
Let us know what else you want us to talk about.
This kind of sucks, dude. We're like a 5-minute outro right now.
Yeah. Oh, this is still the
Yes,
outro?
this needs to be the outro.
All right. Hey Sam, drop that beat.
Oh, wait, wrong
Alright.
beat, guys. Sorry, let me switch it.
All right. Awesome. I love that. Okay.
You're welcome.
All right. So
All right, thank you everybody
Yeah,
for joining
thank you
us
for
at
listening.
this podcast. We
Hey,
love y'all.
much love.
Hope y'all have
Keep
a
on,
great night.
everybody. Let's go.
keep on keeping on. Yeah. Thank you for listening to our podcast, Room 101.
Follow us on Instagram and TikTok at We Are Last Note.
Catch us next week for our next episode. Wait, hold up. We're doing this weekly? Bruh.